Well, two local players are signed. We just heard from both of them. Let's bring in the head coach, Rob Keefe, who joins us here in studio on Big Board Sports 104.5 A Team, ESPN Radio. Coach, good morning.
Good morning, gentlemen. Good morning.
Good to see you.
Good to see you.
You've got a lot of energy and you don't drink coffee.
I don't. No
That's
coffee.
That's the first thing you said, the first interview we did.
Yes.
You do not put
memory.
coffee into your body.
Good memory. No, it would take me like the exact opposite direction. It would make me feel weird. I don't know, man.
Do you sleep a lot? Is that
I don't.
No?
Yeah, I don't sleep a lot. I have some weird sleeping habit. Maybe 20-minute nap here or there, 20-minute nap here or there.
I'm a no coffee guy, but I sleep at night.
Yeah.
I'm a big coffee guy. I just pour it into my body. So what's it feel like now here that we know the CBA thing got done, and we talked about that on Friday, and you kind of hinted that last minute it would get done. It did, a 4-year deal, so you move on from that, and now you start signing players, and the two locals get signed.
100%, and we're super excited to introduce Wade and Jordan, and what great talent they are, and what better way to introduce them than kind of being the first ones to sign ever in the history of the arena, or the Empire, the Albany Empire. For us, it's kind of like Cannonball Run right now. It's pretty crazy because normally when you have a CBA that's solidified, you're signing guys in October. That's when free agency starts. Mm-hmm. So it's October all the way into this signing period. So we literally have, 48 hours to sign 45 guys. But the thing is, we know who we want. And we've solidified that, or, kind of worked that down, a funnel system from about 1,000 guys, got down to 500, then it gets down to 100, and then you have your 45 guys. So it's kind of a mad dash right now. The biggest thing is getting guys into camp on time. And so you want to make sure that guys are, they're getting their plane tickets, their agents are making sure that they're here on time. But yeah, we'll start on time. So Thursday we'll have 45 guys coming to camp, and then Monday we start practice. But this weekend is, playbook issue, equipment issue, physicals, introducing the team to the community, and just really getting to know each other.
Are you behind? Are you behind schedule from the other three teams in the Arena League right now?
No, we're ahead of schedule.
Everyone's the same.
100%. We feel like look, organizations have to battle no matter what business that you're in, and I think it's we want to have great culture, but B, we want to be very, very organized. And I think professional athletes crave organization, they crave professionalism, and that's kind of my thing. I'm big on the logistics, big on the little things, big on the who, what, when, where, the how, all that kind of stuff. And football comes easy. I mean, these guys know how to play football, and we know how to coach it. It's really where are you eating, where are you sleeping, what time is meetings, who's filming, all that kind of stuff. But that's what you have in any big-time collegiate sport, anytime big-time professional sport. So we have all that down. We have a great staff. I mean, we have a director of player personnel. We have a director of football operations. We have a director of player operations. So we have a really great staff. Now it's just a matter of getting the players here so we can really kind of unleash them to the organization that we have.
Do they have to relearn the sport in any way? I'm thinking, I guess, really most specifically about a guy like Wade. He's no longer going to deal with a 5-man offensive line. So I would assume his coverage area changes, or some of the calls along an offensive line change.
Yeah, well said. So yeah, no, that's perfect saying. So when you have so Wade, when he even played in the NFL for a little bit,
he can cover two areas on his own.
No, he's a big guy, right? So 6'7", big long arms, and so really what Wade's situation is, and he's going to be great at it. We know he is. First off, Wade played the defensive line, so he was on the defensive line, and he transferred to Virginia Tech, and then he played on the offensive line. So he's very versatile, and so you want to have that when you have a small roster. That if somebody does go down, it's almost kind of an art form to the domino effect of who then can plug and play.
He won't play two ways.
No, he won't play two ways, but it's good. Like, let's say Wade, and I think obviously he's going to be great. That's what we signed him. But let's say we're battling out in camp, and there's now one roster spot left for the remaining offensive lineman. Well, it's about what you can do for us extra as well. So it's not always about being great at one thing. It's maybe being good at a whole bunch of things. And so I always tell guys, hey, can you hold? Can you long snap? If I find out a receiver can also play defensive back, that's a big deal. So, that's going to give Wade a little bit of edge that he can help us on the defensive line, because you have 24 guys on the field. 2 guys get hurt. We got to be out there. But Wade, you're exactly right. So on a 5-man front, Wade at the left tackle is really far away from the quarterback. Well, now we only have a 3-man front, so Wade's right there. And so what happens is that angle for the defensive end is now a lot more closer to the quarterback. And so Wade's going to have to cover, a short amount of space in a short amount of time. And maybe he's not used to that, but we'll teach him that. And those are all the things that, we'll go at to make sure he's comfortable.
And how about a change in the game for Jordan as well, right? Because he's used to carrying the football a lot. That's what he's really good at. Now he's going to have to be really good at catching the ball out of the backfield.
Yeah, you're exactly right. So when people come to the Arena Football football game, they'll see we don't have running backs. So that's one of the, so it's not 11-on-11 football, it's 8-on-8. So the players that kind of are lost in the shuffle tend to be the outside linebackers, tend to be the running backs. So our fullback actually will be another offensive lineman. He pretty much is a guard body type that steps up and plugs the hole. So we'll have guys that are 320 pounds that actually carry the football. And so if this was last year, Jordan might have not been able to probably crack the roster, not because he's not a good athlete, but literally numbers alone with a 21-man roster is very tough, so you're very specific to that sport. Well, now we have a 24-man roster, and that allows us to dress extra people. So I see Jordan as a guy who's learning how to play wide receiver, and he's done a great job. We've been talking for 6 months about what he needs to do. He's watching YouTube videos. He's been, we've been sending him films. He's been really practicing that. Well, then he's a kick returner. That doesn't change. He's going to be a great kick returner. Where I think he's going to find his niche is because we have 24 guys. He's going to be very specific to situational football. So when we get inside the 5-yard line, we all of a sudden have different packages where we can actually feature a running back. And so you might not see that in the field as much, but I think he's going to be a guy that we can utilize in a lot of spots. I think he's going to thrive at it.
And he said he'd love to play a little bit of corner.
Yeah, and so he's seeing that too, and so we talk about that domino effect. So literally, it's all about what you can do for me, and so or the more you can do for me, and that's really what it is when you have only X amount of guys. And it's the same way in the NFL when you have 53 men on a roster. It's the same way they look at it. If 2 guys come down to the end, who can help us on special teams? Who can help us in situational packages? This guy can offer us more. We got to go with him. So Jordan is going to be kind of a utility knife, for our team, and we're really excited because he's an explosive player. I just got to get the ball in his hands in creative ways.
I kind of go back to one thing you said about a big guy carrying the football. Could we see Wade Hanson carry the ball at the goal line?
So what you can see Wade Hanson. So Wade Hanson won't be in the backfield, but Wade Hanson will be a tight end.
Yep.
And so that's a tackle position, though. But we call it a tight end because that position is actually eligible to catch the football. So what you'll see every time the huddle is broken in arena football, you'll have one guy that'll raise his hand. And that means he is eligible to catch that football, lets the defense know how they should set up, and we'll kind of get on to that. But you'll see Wade catch touchdown passes.
Wow.
You'll see him, he'll fake block.
That's why he's getting his dance moves right.
Yeah, he's got absolutely. He's got to get ready to celebrate, man.
You got to celebrate.
Sure.
You celebrate too?
Yeah, I celebrate with the players all the time, man. I'm an excitable guy. I just look, this is my thing, and I love playing football. I miss playing football every single day, but coaching is my passion, and it's just about anybody from high school, from little league. I think it's just about helping young people be successful, man. I love it so much. It's great when you see all this come together, and I really do think this is going to be very special in Albany. And as this thing grows and builds and the fans are having fun, it's just, I'm going to be ecstatic.
All right, so who's the quarterback, seriously?
Yes, okay, so look.
How many guys do you have that are going to be the quarterback?
Sure,
1, 2,
so today
3?
we have 2 guys' contracts already came through. So I cannot never say anything until they're officially approved by the league office. And so yesterday we signed 16 players. That's how quickly it was. Boom, 16 players on the first day. We signed 9 after the transaction wire was done for the day. So we have a specific time that we have to get these transactions into the league office, much like any other sport. And then there's a cutoff time. And if the contracts come in after that cutoff time, they'll just be the transactions later on that day. So today we'll have another probably 14 to 15. And there, right then and there, I mean, that's 30 guys already right there. And then the third day we'll probably have 15 more. And then today you'll see 2 go across the waiver wire. And you can always go to the albanyempire.com or, arenafootball.com. There's actually, a transaction sheet there, and you can kind of see who got signed where from each team. It's pretty cool. But we'll have 2 quarterbacks go today, and they have a good pedigree from big-time collegiate football and the NFL experience.
So it'll be 2 competing for 1 job.
Well, and then we'll have another one, and then we'll have another sign. And so, it'll be 3 competing for 2 spots.
2 spots.
Yep.
And so obviously, starting to back up, and 1 won't make it.
Absolutely. So when you look at that 24-man roster, if you want to carry 3 quarterbacks, sometimes that's difficult unless that third quarterback was like really special. It can help you in other ways, but we'll probably settle on 2 and hopefully we have a starter in the mix, or just compete all season until we find the right guy. I could talk all day about this stuff, guys.
Yeah,
I love it.
This is all. It's all good. I'm looking forward to it. But I know the quarterback obviously makes this whole thing roll.
Yeah, absolutely.
And how do you think you will fare against these other teams now? In terms of talent-wise. So
basically,
Philadelphia Soul's defending champs.
100%. And so the Soul's a great team. I'm excited to play them. I can't wait. And they're coached very, very well. I think what we did for day one, and again, it's a recruiting business. And so this is how you win the recruiting business. First and foremost, you have to get great players right off the bat from day one. And the best recruiters are players themselves. And then when they sign to our team, we get text messages, phone calls. Hey, coach, now that I'm here, this guy wants to play, and this guy wants to come with me, and this is how it starts. So imagine like the NFL being in free agency period all the time without a draft. if guys could pick where they want to go.
That's the NBA.
There you go. And so what do? You sell the city. You sell this environment. You sell what this is going to be. And so we sold a serious, like if you looked at the first day, quarterbacks better fear for their lives on other teams. We have a serious defensive line that's coming in here. And now
you know all these guys, right?
I know them all. Yep. Yeah. And even if they're a rookie, I know them all because we've been recruiting them for a very long time. It's rare that a guy is fresh out of college. A normal player that has not played professional is this kind of guy. He came out of so we have a nose tackle from UCF. He's 6'4", 310 pounds. He came out of UCF, had a hot cup of coffee with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and then he's out of football, and he's been waiting for a year. Well, we've been on him for that entire year, basically selling him on why you should play arena football to get back there, and then eventually he says, you know what, I can't sit on the couch anymore because now I'm not a football player. I mean, he's going to wait for a phone call for three years. You're not a football player anymore. I got to do something, and that's where we come in and we fill that void. And so, yeah, we're always on these guys.
Have you had has it been an uphill battle selling Albany and haven't had a franchise here in 18 years or whatever it's been up against large market cities?
No, not at all. And so that's a great question. Now, here it is. So, look, Philadelphia, great example, right? So the Philadelphia Soul, and this is just the way it is. You have the Philadelphia Eagles, who just won a Super Bowl. You have the Phillies, you have the Sixers, you have the Flyers, and then you have the Soul. You got some lacrosse teams in there. You got a minor league soccer team, a women's soccer team. This is it, man, in Albany. This is what these players want. They want to feel loved. They want to represent a community. This is exactly what players want, because at the same time, they want a life too, and they want to be able to be in a community that they're playing for and everybody knows them. I think players crave that kind of big star spectrum, and so this is what you can get in Albany. And 100%, the guys that want to be here know that. Man, look, we're Saturday nights every Saturday in the TU Center. Like this is where it works, man.
And from a media standpoint, Chris, I mean.
Yes.
These other markets are, I'm telling you right now, in Philadelphia, it's a pro market. You're talking about Washington, Baltimore. I mean, they got pro teams there. The Arena League is fine, does well, but around here at this time of the year, you're going to get A coverage.
100%. And I think what you'll see when it does grow, it's places like Sacramento and places like St. Louis that maybe have one sports team, places like Memphis, those kind of cities that are not just drowned out. And again, I'm realistic. Like, I have aspirations to coach major college football and to coach in the NFL. And maybe if I was in Philadelphia, I wouldn't be the guy on ESPN radio right now. It'd probably be the Philadelphia Eagles coach. And so the players understand that too. And really, they want to be around people that love the sport, and I think this community is going to fall in love with it. They know that this is a great option for entertainment. It's a great option to have a good time at, and if there's no other options like this, man, it's just going to blow up, and they know that. So that's what we're selling, and the guys are buying into it, and I can't wait, man.
Well, you're selling it as well as anybody.
Yes, sir. I appreciate it. Thank you.
You are absolutely 100%, man. I can't wait for this to get going. Now, we would be able to roll the TV cameras at some of your practices?
Yeah, absolutely. So we want you to come out there.
You want some of this on TV, so I assume we'll have some access to do that.
Absolutely. Come out to do it. Now, look, this is how creative I get. So when you go into another market, right, and so I'm sitting in a hotel room on a Friday night, know I'm about to play, maybe say Philadelphia, Washington, or Baltimore on a Saturday, I'll make sure that I kind of maybe watch some local coverages of TVs, and I'll maybe see a play or two that I say, oh, that's pretty interesting right there. So we'll have good access for you there, but all the time. And these guys are going to be available. They're going to be come right off the field after practice for great interviews. This is what we want.
Good. Well, we're looking forward to pump it up. It's a good time of year. We have Albany men's lacrosse, which is a big deal. They're number one team in the country.
Number one. That's what I hear.
So they're going to get some coverage, and you're going to get some coverage, and really basketball season over. A good time of the year for the Arena Football League to launch again here.
Absolutely.
In the 518. Coach Keefe, thanks for a few minutes, man.
Guys, thanks so much for having me on. Appreciate it.
Look forward
Thank you, guys.
to it.